Welcome, movie lovers and cinephiles around the world. Welcome once again to Andy Takes On. This is episode 2, and I am very grateful to you for joining us, making the time to hear what I have to say about this movie. Which movie is that, you ask? It is 21 Bridges. This is Andy Takes On 21 Bridges, which was the last film, if I am correct, that starred Chadwick Boseman, the late, who is probably most renowned for his role as Black Panther. May his soul rest in peace. I am happy to review this film because it is, well, a stripped down action movie, but we're going to get into that. So let me start with the story. Let me give you some context before we get into it. I have to tell you, 21 Bridges was shot at the end, or released at the end of 2019, and it was a time when any movie that wasn't a superhero movie was under undue pressure to make social commentary. Hollywood was taking aim at the full list of isms, so that is sexism, racism, patriarchy, malarkey. Name a social ill, and it seemed like Hollywood had the pill. This was evidenced by movies like Parasite, with its themes of social class disparity, winning the Best Picture Oscar in the year in which it came out. Now, it became the first foreign language, international film to do so. It was an age of wokeness, and well, let me just say that's a story for another day. So now that we have the context, the backstory, let's cross these 21 bridges. The film opens up to church bells at a funeral as a young boy, Andre, mourns his police officer father who was killed in the line of duty. This, and no doubt the priest's advice to find a just code in a cruel world, understandably place a chip on Andre's shoulder. Think jiggies or corn curls, but bigger. So he carries this attitude with him into the police force, where when we catch up with him 16 years later, he's in an internal affairs hearing to establish if the body count that he's amassed over the years is because he's trigger happy or a righteous killer. Meanwhile, switch to Ray and Michael, who are hired guns who've been hired by a drug dealer who wants them to rob a rival operation.
I'm a drug dealer who hit a rival drug dealer, and you're the guns I got to do it.
But when the cops get involved, the shooters have to shoot, what a coincidence, their way out. The resulting bloodbath leads to a citywide manhunt that runs throughout the night. Now, leading this manhunt is Andre, whose detective work makes it clear as the night progresses that there's more going on here than meets the eye. So in terms of the film tones and themes, the visual style of the film plays out like an homage to the beauty of New York City by night, with extensive use of wide-angle shots. Just an aside, it's a movie about bridges, and the Golden Gate Bridge was not harmed in the filming thereof. Progress! The film feels gritty and stripped down and is driven by story. And it's refreshing to have this as an action movie that checks all the boxes, because it's got gunfights, fistfights, car chases, and there's no pretensions, okay? There's few frills. 21 Bridges even features the standard frictions between the local police and the FBI.
Be awaiting your phone call.
Yeah, hold your breath.
While avoiding making any substantial social commentary. It really is a movie about good guys and bad guys. So in terms of the character development, now before I delve into this part, it bears mentioning that you won't get much of a character arc in a movie that plays out over only a 24-hour period. So this will be of necessity brief. But Andre is a no-nonsense, by-the-book cop. His character-defining traits is when he says this particular sentence that I am the sharp end of that determination, referring to his role as a policeman. Now, Ray, if Andre is trigger-happy, then Ray is the quintessential murderous gunman, played to a T by Tyler Kish, who we miss as Gambit. Michael, now he's the compassionate heart of this movie. He's the mouse in the cat and mouse game and the emotional core of 21 Bridges. Burns. Sienna Miller's turn as Burns was actually the acting highlight of the film for me. The New York detective that she's playing here is so many worlds removed from the beautiful bombshells that she normally portrays. No offense to New York detectives. I'm sure some of you are very hot. I'm just saying Sienna Miller normally plays models and the like. So anyway, she's so much removed from the world that she normally portrays that she is not recognizable, in fact. And she really turned in an all-star performance. Captain McKenna is an unexpected dramatic turn for me because I'm used to seeing J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson. So he plays the captain with aplomb. He has a great monologue that actually is one of 21 Bridges' shining moments. Now, my take, if you're looking for an intelligent action film to get embroiled in for an hour and a half, 21 Bridges will get the job done. It's a thinking man's police drama played out with Manhattan as the backdrop. There's no do ex machina, there's no MacGyver-style saves. It's simply an old-fashioned action movie that features strong detective work. It's well-paced and balances out the action with a good, if light, mystery to sink your teeth into. What it is, however, is not a movie that you'll stick with beyond the initial screening. In fact, dare I say that if it hadn't been for Black Panther's Chadwick Boseman as the star of the movie, it might have crossed that slippery slope into B-movie territory. I can't say enough good things about Sienna Miller's immersion in her role, and for that and all the reasons I've already given, I give the movie 3 stars out of a possible 4. That's 21 Bridges. Remember, do continue watching out on the channel for new content. Like, share, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about it, and let me know what you think about the movie. Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe it was a great film and everybody sucked except Sienna Miller. Let's talk about it.